underrated 90s shows. Let's talk about it. So today I'm going to talk about some underrated 90s shows. There's a lot of great ones, but these are just 8 that I feel like don't get the attention or the recognition that they deserve. This isn't ranked, it's just 8 in no particular order that I feel like probably could use a little bit more love. Now, there's obviously way more shows that are probably underrated, that you could probably think of. Maybe some of these were really popular in your household or with your friend group growing up. But for me, not too many people talked about them, or I didn't really discover them until later in life. So if there's any underrated shows that you feel like I should check out, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Alright, so starting things off with number 8, we have Renegade, which is currently streaming on Tubi. This show, I was just scrolling through Tubi, just checking it out. I saw it a couple times. I was like, oh, let me just check it out. And it instantly felt nostalgic. So think of this show as kind of like a version of Walker, Texas Ranger. Obviously, it's different. It aired on USA, I believe, USA or TNT, something like that. And it's just good. The acting isn't amazing, but it's just a fun crime action drama show. You have this ex-cop named Reno Raines / Vincent Black, same person, and he's just trying to get revenge on the people that did him wrong and that killed his wife or girlfriend. I haven't fully watched the whole show. I watched the first 2 seasons. It's just fun. It's kind of cheesy. If you like martial arts, it has some of that in it. If you like motorcycles, it has that in it. It's just a lot of fun. So if you've never seen Renegade, and if you like shows like Texas Walker, Texas Ranger, or A-Team or 21 Jump Street, then you're definitely going to like this show. The co-creator of A-Team and 21 Jump Street, as well as many other shows, actually helped create this show. It's kind of, at least for me, what it kind of reminded me of is a show that if I was on someone's house, or if I was just scrolling through TV channels, during the day on a random Sunday or Saturday or something, or just a day I'm typically not watching TV or a time I'm not watching TV and it came on, or I was at someone's house and it was on, I'd be like, oh, I've never seen this, then I would never watch it again. That's very oddly specific, probably to me. But it was a really fun show. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it. Definitely check it out. It's streaming on Tubi. So yeah, definitely check it out. Tubi's free. You just have to deal with some ads. Coming in next is a show I don't really hear too many people talk about, which is surprising. It's the Steve Harvey Show, which I think is obviously underrated. It's just funny. I know Steve Harvey, you can say whatever you want about him or however you feel about him, whatever. This show is just funny. Steve Harvey is a teacher in a high school. This is a show that my parents used to watch. I'd watch it with them, and I just enjoy it. It's actually funny. Yeah, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, they're in it, as well as a bunch of other people. Yeah, it's funny. It's surprising that not a lot of people talk about it. It has 5 or 6 different seasons, and it's just good. It's a really good quality, funny sitcom from that era. Era. And I don't know, it's funny. I like to put it on. I don't watch it every single day. It's not oh, let me go ahead and put it on. But if I see it, if I'm in the mood for something kind of lighthearted, something funny, I'll put it on. Especially being a teacher now, there's some, I definitely feel some of his pain. Feel his pain sometimes. So the Steve Harvey Show, I think is good. Again, it's just something my parents used to watch all the time. But I don't really hear too many people talk about it. It lasted from late 90s to early 2000s. I think it ended in 2002. Yeah, it's fun. It's funny. Check it out. It's streaming currently on Tubi, which doesn't have every single season. But if you have Netflix, I believe it has all 6 seasons. So check it out. So the next show I've talked about before, and that's the Ben Stiller Show. This is just a sketch comedy show. And if you're a fan of Ben Stiller and his type of humor, especially like early Ben Stiller movie type days, you're probably going to like this show. It only lasted 12 episodes, and it's not really streaming anywhere, but you can find all 12 episodes on YouTube. And it's funny, it's wacky, it's weird. I don't know, I really enjoy it. It's one of those shows I didn't know it was a thing until later on in life. I think, I don't know, probably like 10 years ago is when I first found out about it. I checked it out, I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of goofy. And the more I watch it, the more I really enjoy it. So it has Ben Stiller, Andy Dick, a bunch of other people. Ben Stiller's dad, R.I.P., is in the show sometimes. And it's just funny. If you like sketch comedy, especially late 90s humor and early 2000s humor, it has that vibe, you know? It's good. Give it a chance. It's on YouTube. Check it out. So one thing I kind of get criticized, really just on like a couple videos about, so like my every sounds and visuals, every 90 kid knows videos, those ones that do really well, I get a lot of comments that are like, hey, this is all American. Like, there's nothing UK, so it's not every 90s kid. It's like, all right. So hopefully this pick will kind of help with that. And that is The Tribe. This show, I loved. My sister was really big into it, and when she would watch it, I would watch it. It's just good. So basically the premise is there's like a disease that kills like all the adults in the world, so it's really just kids that are left. And it's like a post-apocalyptic world, but it's just ran by kids, and they have different tribes. So going back to what I was saying earlier, this wasn't super big in the US, but I believe in like New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and the UK is pretty popular. But for some reason in the US, it just wasn't as big. Probably because it didn't air on a regular TV show. It wasn't on Nickelodeon, Disney, or ABC. It aired on Encore, which is like a premium movie channel. So you had to have like Stars or HBO. It was kind of like one of those movie packages. I remember, I could have sworn it also aired on Discovery Kids. But in all the research I did, it didn't air there. So it was on Encore. We used to watch it all the time. There's these 2 girls in there that I had like the biggest crush on. So short, fat, little me. Like I'd be like, oh my god, they're gorgeous. And the show's a little cheesy. The effects are a little cheesy. It's again a sci-fi-ish, post-apocalyptic show. The theme song is really good. Like very catchy. It fits the show very well. It's very sad. It's just, I don't know. It's just good. It's streaming on Tubi. I don't remember exactly how many seasons, but I know I've seen every single episode. I believe there was also a movie. I could be wrong. That I'm not sure. I want to say there was a movie, but this show is just good. It's fun. A little cheesy. Acting isn't the best, but if you want a unique, like sci-fi, post-apocalyptic show that you're like, oh, I would have liked this as a kid, definitely give this a try. It's on Tubi, streaming, Tubi's free. So definitely check that out. Next, this one, I was torn between this and 2 other shows, but ultimately I'm going with Pepper Ann. So Pepper Ann was a show that ran on ABC during the Saturday morning cartoon block with like recess and stuff like that. It's one of those shows that you'll see visuals of it, you'll see clips of it, and you're like, oh, I remember that show. Why do I remember that? It's good. The animation's not too bad. It's not my favorite, but it has good voice acting. The stories are always fun. It's basically kind of like the day in the life of a middle schooler. And it's just enjoyable. It's one of those cartoons during that time, I wasn't really watching ABC. Like, I didn't watch a lot of Recess. I believe, what was it? Floyd, the alien cartoon, I believe was on ABC. Yeah, I wasn't really big into ABC, but watching it, no, I definitely enjoyed it. Like, those shows I wouldn't turn off, but I wouldn't actively go out and watch. But this show's good. It's a good cartoon. It's solid. Theme song's pretty solid. And it's just fun. It's streaming on Disney Plus, so if you have that, definitely check it out. I'm sure you can find clips of it on YouTube as well. You might be able to find full episodes on YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. But Disney Plus looks like it should be streaming on that. Yeah, definitely check it out. At number 3, we probably have one of the better Fox Family / ABC Family shows, and that's Big Wolf on Campus. I loved this show. So in like the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a big like Halloween themed or horror themed thing, renaissance for kids. I don't know what you want to call it. But you had shows like So Weird. You had this show. You had like some paranormal shows. There's like Scariest Places on Earth that would play not just around Halloween time. They would play all year. And this is one of those shows. It's hilarious. Like, I was just watching it like maybe like a month ago. And there's a lot of adult humor. It's high school based. It has like a high school based humor. So it's not like a kid show. It's more of like a teen show. But obviously I watched it as a kid. It's freaking hilarious. So basically this guy gets bit by a werewolf and he's like a werewolf superhero. And he has to fight like different monsters. He has 2 sidekicks. One's like this nerdy, goth, horror-obsessed guy. And the show's great. Like, it's honestly, it's way funnier than what I remembered it being. And as an adult, I'm picking up on a lot of the adult humor. And it's fantastic. Fantastic. It's not streaming anywhere, but it appears that the whole season, or not the whole season, the whole series might be on YouTube. I know at least seasons 1 and 2 are on YouTube, so definitely check it out. It's so good. It's, you know, one of those shows that for some reason people don't talk about, like when talking about like those horror-based shows like Eerie, Indiana, So Weird, Scariest Places on Earth, even movies like Halloween Town. Like, this show fits perfectly with that. You can watch it around Halloween time. You can watch it anytime, really, and it's fantastic. At number 2, we have a show that, at least in my area, not a lot of people talked about. A lot of people talked about Mad TV or SNL, but for some reason, no one really talked about In Living Color. In my house growing up, I don't really watch Saturday Night Live. I watched a little Mad TV, but we watched In Living Color way more. Out of all the like sketch comedy shows like that, In Living Color was the one that my parents had on the most. And it's freaking hilarious. So think of Saturday Night Live, just, in my opinion, 20 times funnier. Like, yeah, Jim Carrey starred in it. The Wayans brothers. There's a lot of people. Jamie Foxx was on it a bunch. Pretty sure he was a season regular. It's so funny. Just, especially Jim Carrey's, just anything Jim Carrey was in was gold. Anything the Wayans brothers was in was gold. Like, it was freaking amazing. So good. And I believe it had 5 seasons. It's just one of those shows. I know there's like a lot of drama with it. From what I remember seeing some clips of. If it were still on the air, it would do way better than Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live, don't get me wrong, had some great stuff, especially 80s. Like the original Saturday Night Live, 70s, 80s, 90s was great. Early 2000s, mid 2000s, fantastic. This show, though, in my opinion, is better than all of it. Like, it was just that good. Maybe it's my love for Jim Carrey or the Wayans brothers. It's so good. So good. If you've never seen it, I thought it was on HBO Max, but it doesn't appear to be, or Tubi. You might be able to find episodes on YouTube. When I was looking it up, it looks like it might be on YouTube TV. Check that out. But if it ends up streaming somewhere, like anytime after I post this, or if you know of a place where it's streaming, let me know. I'll definitely put that in the description. But just watch clips of it. It's freaking hilarious. Alright, so the last show I'm going to talk about is a show I really didn't know too much about. Growing up, I didn't hear too much about it. It unfortunately only lasted one season, and it was canceled due to low ratings, which watching it is very surprising. So there must have aired at like weird time or against certain shows at the time that were way just like bigger and just like juggernauts. And that is My So-Called Life. This show, absolutely fantastic. It has like that 90s grunge aesthetic. If you've ever seen like Degrassi, or if you've seen like Euphoria, or even the movie 13, it's kind of in like that type of, I don't want to say it's that style. It's not as crazy as 13 or Euphoria. But it just is kind of grounded, and it walks you through how like a teenager would feel in this section of the 90s, and it just feels real. You know, it feels real, I don't want to say raw. There's some weird like fantasy episodes, but this show is just fantastic. Like, I'm really surprised that it only lasted one season. Again, it must have been just at a bad time slot, but this show is great. You have Claire Danes, Jared Leto, which I know is a little iffy, a bunch of other really good actors, and it's like I said, it's just grounded. There's a couple of episodes, there's like ghosts and stuff like that. It's a little weird, but basically the character that it's following is narrating what it's like, and it kind of tackles what it's like to be a teenager. Like, watching it, I was like, hey, I've had thoughts like that. Or, hey, I've been in similar situations. Like, it talks about, like, wanting to have sex with somebody, or, feelings towards somebody, or doing something, or, like, wanting to quit a certain thing, or, just stuff that teenagers go through. Teenagers actually think about. It's not as crazy as, like, a Euphoria, or even, like, Degrassi was a little out there sometimes, way too much drama. This just felt real. It's one of those shows that if it aired now, kids would love. Like, I think it would do fantastic if it was released now. Like, if it was released, late 2000s, like 2010s, or even 2020s, it would have taken off. Like, it would have had, like, multiple seasons, at least 3, but again, just the time and place, it just didn't do that well, which is really unfortunate because it's an amazing show. It is streaming on Hulu. The video quality isn't the best, which is kind of surprising. But if you've never seen My So-Called Life, or if you have seen it, maybe I've been living under a rock. But again, I've never really watched it. I don't remember anybody in my family or my friends watching it. Again, it only lasted one season. But this show, fantastic. So again, that was 8 underrated shows from the 90s. If you've seen these, and if you think they're underrated or don't think they're underrated, let me know. Or you can leave me some underrated shows down below as well. So thank you guys for watching. Stay rad. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.